I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here to do one more video guys for you guys. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. I don't need to get here this week. So hey guys, so today what I'm gonna talk about is the planners and the dispatchers and good days and some, what should I say, not bad days or some bad days or some rough days that you can expect or you can go through at Swift and the Walmart account that I'm on right now. So like, I'm gonna start off with like our good day. So there's like maybe, if I'm not mistaken, 200 drivers on this account, and they have like, I would say like 100 trucks. So sometimes depends on what shift you're going on. Like most of the time I try to go in at 10 o'clock in the morning. That time when I go in, you gotta wait for truck, or sometime depending on Walmart, and how many load they give to Swift on that day. So when you get in, you gotta wait for a truck. Then sometimes if you get a truck, then your load is not ready yet, so you gotta wait for your load. So those type of days kind of, I'm not gonna say really like piss me off or nothing like that, but it kind of slow me down. I know a lot of drivers don't like it because now it push back your time for you to finish later. Cause you start at 10, you want to be finished like around 9, 8, some depends on where you go. So you get a so you get a load with like a 2-stop going down to Miami, and you get to work like 10 in the morning. When you get there, you gotta wait for an hour, no trucks. Then sometime when you do get a truck, you gotta wait for at least 25, 30 minutes again to get the load to go down to Miami. Right there is like an hour and a half is already gone out of your time. So when you get down to Miami to do your load, you still lost an hour and a half that you were sitting at the DC to get a truck or a load. That really pushes you back. For me personally, I just like to get in, get my paperwork, get a truck, and go. But it's not like that every day, and that's what it is. So like, on a regular day, some other days, you come in, your truck is ready, your paperwork is ready, you gone. That's good. And sometimes you go to some of the Walmart, especially like the neighborhood markets, they take forever to unload you, and that pushes back your time again too. But it is what it is, because I mean, like, you can't get smooth sailing every day. Like some days you get like 2-stop super centers, some Walmart are fast. Like, so the longer you're there, you're gonna learn and know the Walmarts that is slow, and you're gonna know the ones that are pretty fast. For me, when I just started with this company, I have to learn that. I have to learn the neighborhood markets and the super centers. I gotta learn the Walmarts that are faster and the ones that take forever to unload you. So after you learn that, then it's easier. Like sometimes you get to go to the Walmart that take forever to unload you. You just gotta deal with it. It's just how it goes. So to the planners now, everybody is a driver there. Everybody try to get miles. That's the most important thing. You want to get your miles. And for the planners, it's a very hard job to be planning for over 200 drivers. That's crazy. I know they'll be going through a lot in the office in there. So sometimes you have good loads, and I would say, I'm not gonna say bad load, but you got loads that will be like physically and take up your whole entire day. I'm gonna give you an example. So, say I got a load going down to, I'm gonna use Miami again. For example, going down to Miami. Oh, yeah. This dog choose to eat food when I'm doing my video. Get out of here, man. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna use a load going on to Miami, for example. Say that load is running 350 miles or 370 miles. That's a good run right there, and it's only one load with 2 stops. So you're gonna be done pretty quick, and it's pretty easy. But say next person get a load with the same amount of miles, with like it's 350, 370, the same amount of miles, but you gotta do 2 loads for that amount of miles. So you gotta go do a short one, come back, drop the empty, picked up a loaded trailer again, and go back out. So that's more work. So you gotta be running all around to make the same amount of miles that the person went down to Miami and do, if you get what I'm saying. So the person went down to Miami, 1 load, 2 stop, 370 miles right there, easy. But the other person gotta do 2 loads. You gotta go out, come back in, drop the empty, pick up another one, go back out to run the same amount of miles. I don't like that, but we gotta do what we're gonna do sometimes, because as I said before, it's a lot of drivers. Everybody want to get the miles. Everybody wish they could get the easy run sometimes, just the 1 load going down to Miami and come back. But you can't get that every day. If you're like a company driver like myself right now. Sometimes it's based off of seniority for the drivers who've been there because I've seen drivers been there for 10 years, 20 years, 15 years. Those drivers are gonna get first preference, and which is fair enough, because they already put in the work, they already been there for a long time. So they're gonna get the first preference, they're gonna get the better runs. I ain't got no problem with that. That's fair enough, because if I've been to a company, I've been at a company that long, I need to have preference of shift, pay, and stuff like that. So I ain't got no problem with that. Number 2, for you got some new drivers like myself here, new to the company, and I've seen new drivers demonstrating and what they're not gonna do or what they're gonna do and so forth. For me, I can agree with that, but not 100%, because at the end of the day, we all do the work. Yes, I agree when you get a bad run, sometimes like when you gotta do 2 loads back and forth, it kind of mess up your day, push you back, and it's a lot more work, if you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, but we still gotta do it because we're working. And there's something else I was thinking about too, like, all right, so we set our PTA, for those who are on the Walmart account, they would know. So we set our PTA for what time you wanna come in, depending on what time you finished the day before. So say I finished 10 o'clock today, I wanna come in at, say I finished at 10 p.m. tonight, and I wanna come back in at 8 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes because of the amount of loads that we get from Walmart and the amount of drivers that the planner is going to plan for, sometimes if you set your time for 8 o'clock, you not necessarily mean you're going to come in at 8, because the planner is going to plan for the drivers, the senior drivers who was there before. They're going to plan their loads ahead of you. So if you set your time for 8, it's not a guarantee you're going to come in at 8. Sometimes they're going to tell you to come in at 10, 11, 12 sometimes. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes when they told me if I set my time at 8 and they told me to come in at say 11, I'm like, I didn't want to come in that late, but I understand that they got to do what they got to do. They got to plan the loads out for the senior drivers first. So not saying they just give us load that leave behind. No, but as I said before, the senior drivers priority is first, so I ain't got no problem with that. But the planners, I'm not gonna call no names, but persons that been planning. There's one specific person that's doing the dispatching and planning there. That person know exactly what he's doing. He know the work. He knows like back of his hand. He's good at it. He is good at it. Shout out to you, man. You're good at it. You know what you're doing, and keep up the good work. So as I said before, that's so my day for me at Swift is like, as I said before, coming in and I have to wait for a truck, and I get a truck, ain't no load ready yet. I'm like, man, I wish I could stay home and sleep some more, because like I'm have to be sitting here and waiting. But perfect example. What was it? Wednesday. I got a load going to Deerfield Beach and Miami Gardens. That's where my load was going on Wednesday. My load was ready at 1:30. They told me to come in at 1:30. My load was ready at 1:30. Everything was correct. But when I get to work, the trailer wasn't holding the temperature. The trailer keep dropping the temperature in the frozen section of the trailer. And I called the mechanic. The mechanic come and look at it. They try to fix it. He's like, it's not gonna fix. You gotta have to unload the trailer. I'm like, damn. Remember, I gotta work at 1:30. I leave. So now I have to wait for them to unload the trailer, put it into a different trailer. So at the end of the day, I'm like, damn. I'm sitting at the DC since 1:30. I didn't leave the DC until 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, this gonna push my time back way, way back. Cause if I did leave at 1:30 on my perfect time, and I would be done at around 10 o'clock in the night. But now that I leave at 5, I didn't finish until 1 o'clock in the morning, that following morning. And that was like, I was so wondering, what should I do? Should I just take the load? Should I switch the load, try to do something shorter or something different since the time already passed? And I'm like, no, I'm off tomorrow. The following day I'm off. I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna wait. My clock already started, but I wasted like 3 hours out of my duty time, so I ain't worried about it. So I took the load, I wait for them to unload the trailer, put it into a different trailer, and I was on my way. But the good thing is, whenever you work in this account, the Walmart dedicated, and you go into hooked up to a reefer trailer, never hooked up to a reefer trailer if the temperature is off. Because at the end of the day, if you hooked up to that trailer and you realize the temperature is off, then Walmart's gonna charge Swift I think $200 for them, for you to hook up to that trailer. So that's a good thing. I didn't hook up to the trailer the day when I realized the temperature was off. So my dispatcher was saying, yeah, that's a good thing. You didn't hook up to it, that's perfect. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm sharing what I know to you guys. Like, if you're on the account and you're new to the account, whenever you're doing a reefer trailer, do not hook up to the trailer if the temperatures are off. Make sure all the temperature is correct before you hooked up to the trailer, because you don't want to Walmart to charge Swift, and then when they charge Swift, they're gonna put the pressure back on you as a driver. And if you do it more than one time, then it's gonna be a problem. So I never hooked up to the trailer. I just pulled back around to the office, let them know about it. They fixed it. I was at 5 o'clock. It was kind of late, but I still went down the road on my way. And then the good thing, you gotta work with your dispatchers. It's like, you work with the dispatcher work with you. So like, on some days, as I said, you got some easy runs, and some days you gotta do some physical runs. So the days that you got a physical run, yeah, you might like, damn, I got 2 physical runs back to back. you're just gonna deal with it. Depending on the dispatcher, you're just gonna deal with it. Cause like some dispatcher really look out for you as a driver. They know if you do 2 physical runs back to back, they're gonna give you some. They're gonna give you an easy one day after, the next day, maybe the next 3 days, because somebody gonna do it. Like, you know what I mean? If it's a short one or a physical run where you gotta come in, do 2 loads, somebody gotta do it. So there are days where I come on in and I only do like 100 miles. I only do like a load going up to Bradenton, come back, ain't no more load. It's slow for the day. I go home. Yes, it hurt me a little bit because I live an hour away from the DC, and you know, gas prices and everything's crazy right now. Yes, it hurt me a little bit, but that's out of my control. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I just go home, make sure the dispatcher on board, I let him know, hey, I do 100 miles a day, try to get me some miles tomorrow. Perfect. But the next day, I got like a 350, 370 miles run the other day. But for me personally, everybody's different. For me personally, I like to do at least 350 miles for the day. That's a good day for me if I do 350 miles for the day on one load, like just one load going down south, 350, 340, 60. That's perfect for me right there. If I gotta do 2 loads to make that same amount of miles, I'm gonna do it because I'm there to work, and I got big plans with this company staying here, working towards becoming a mentor soon and stuff like that. So I got a couple of things on my plate while I'm gonna figure out here while I'm working here. It's a good company so far. So somebody was asking me up there at the DC if I'm new to driving. I'm like, no, I'm not new to driving. I'm new to Swift. I'm new to the company, but I was an owner operator before. So they was asking me, why do you leave owner operator to come here at Swift? There's many reasons. I want to be home more. I miss my family. I experience a lot of stuff in the winter. I see trucks skating off the road, and it was crazy over in the winter. So I put my truck up for sale and decided to go back home to stay home with my family and stuff like that. And I got some other things I need to take care of locally before I even think about going back over the road right now. So that was that. So back to the story. So I think, let me see if I'm not mistaken, 1, 2, 3. I think I got about 4 planners now. When I started, it was only 2. There's only 2 planners working, but now one of the planners went back to doing driving, and the other one is still there. And then I think they got 3 more planners right now. So they try to work it out the best way that they can, so that it's easier and on the main planner. Because as I said before, there are planners there that know exactly how to issue the runs, how to plan the runs, how to dispatch the day, and the communication is the biggest thing with the planners. For me personally, when I set my time to go in at work for like 10, once I see it like 8:30, 9 o'clock, I ain't getting no call. I call them, hey, and let them know, give them my name, I ask them what you got on me today, like what kind of load you got for me. They told me, okay, tell me what time to come on in, I go on in. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it's busy, sometimes they don't remember to call you, so you have to call them and ask them what they got for you today or what the schedule is like, and they will tell you what they got on you or what should you do. So I'm like, I understand it's crazy in them because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do dispatching for so many drivers. Can you imagine sitting down in front of a computer screen, just strolling through 100 drivers and try to match each driver to a load? It's crazy. So I respect the dispatchers and what they do. But for me, I just like being a driver. I just like just going down the road, seeing different things, seeing different people, different places. I just like being a driver. I can't do a dispatcher. So I respect the dispatchers, man. My shout out goes out to you guys. And one specific dispatcher, man, I really appreciate everything that you do, man. You really know your job like the back of your hand, and that's good. Is perfect at what he do. So, guys, I hope this video help you guys out in terms of the Walmart account. I can only talk for the Walmart account. I don't know about the Swift over the road or the regional. I only know about the Walmart account, and they're hiring too, as I said. This DC is out of Arcadia, Florida. If you live near to here, then you could also go ahead and apply. And they got variable shift. It's a 24-hour DC. You come on in whenever you want to come on, and you work shift. Cause I got a friend. He's going to CDL school right now, and he wanted to come to Swift on this account that I'm on. But he's like, you coming on too late, man. I'm like, you can start whatever time you want to start. You can start 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and get off at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's up to you. I'm not an early morning person. I don't like to get up early, so that's why I don't do that type of shift. I like to get up like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. That's me. I'm more like a night person. I'm not a morning person. So I like to go to work at that time, like Saturday. I'm going to work 9 o'clock in the morning. That's a perfect time for me. Hopefully, I run by 9 o'clock. As I said before, even though I set my time for 9, doesn't necessarily means I'm gonna go in at 9. So it all depends on what time they call me, what load they got for me, where is it going, how many miles. And that's a good question too, for new drivers that's coming in. When dispatchers call you, you want to ask them how many miles, where the load is going, what time the load is ready, and so forth. And if it's a dry load or it's a reefer load, you gotta ask those questions too. So that's it for me, man, for the end of this video. I hope this video help out the new guys that's coming in. And I just want to say shout out to all the Swift drivers out there, man, and be safe out there. And like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. I'm out.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for